Let's talk about some Avengers versus aliens, you feel me? I first got into the Alien franchise, I think last year. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what this hype is about these aliens and shit. Because, it came out back before I was born type shit. I'm an early 2000s baby, so had to check it out right quick. And that shit was hidden. Even the first movie that was set back in the 1970s, that shit looked like it was fucking filmed in the early 2000s. The filming, the way it looked so ahead of its time. But yeah, I checked that movie out. It was fire. All the movies was crucial, bro. It started getting a little crazy at the end, not gonna lie. But I fuck with most of the movies. And then I fuck with how they try to redo it in 2012, introducing the engineers and all that shit, bro. That shit crucial. And now they trying to, do their little thing with the crossover with Predator and shit, bro. I can't wait for it. And they got a new show coming out. Definitely finna check that out. But yeah, Avengers vs. Aliens, let's hop into this motherfucker. It started off in a spaceship far, far away. They was fucking running experiments on a bunch of alien niggas, and most of them died, but they wasn't tripping though, because they had some successes with the Skrull species. And then they was cooling, and all of a sudden they hear something. It's the Wakanda Feds. The Wakanda Feds pulled up to their little spaceship crib. Boom, they blasted in that motherfucker, ready for that action, ready for war. So they pulled up, right? And the White Panther was like, you know what? Not gonna lie, King. I don't know how you expect us to protect you if you doing it this. And then fucking T'Challa's son cut him off real quick. He said, nigga, I know your peasant ass ain't questioning my dad, nigga. Stay in your place. We know what we doing. We on some interstellar shit right now. Everything goes right now. So yeah, keep your peasant ass in place and bow down, motherfucker. The whole time White Panther was like, yeah, god damn, why this nigga always on his father's dick? God damn. If this nigga father wasn't here, I'd beat this nigga ass real quick. But they was talking all that, you feel me? Talking about the plan. Boom. This is where we really start to see the aliens. The Xenomorphs, they popped up. Ready for that action. Ready for that fade. T'Challa's son got to work. Hey, show me what I trained you, son. And he showed him what he trained them. Fuck them niggas up on the ease with the electricity. Bow, 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 nigga. I don't know why a lot of black superheroes always gotta have some electricity powers, but fuck it. But I mean, I'm assuming his mother was Storm, so yeah, makes sense. Like I said, well done. Well done. That's how you start on them hoes. And he was like, hey, now we got all that shit done. Bring the people who constructed all of this bullshit over here. I want to talk to them personally. Especially my hands trying to talk to them personally too. Then he got the nigga who constructed all this BS. One of the other Panther minions, they was trying to explain what was going on, but they couldn't word it out constructively, articulately. But basically, he sent a bunch of aliens in these missiles to Earth. And once T'Challa heard that, his eyes bulged the fuck out. It looked like his eyes were about to fucking spit out his fucking head. It's like, oh, fuck nah. Then T'Challa went ahead and he unwigged the motherfucker, the demon who sent all those aliens to planet Earth, creating an extinction level of it. Like, why the fuck you got a wig on? What the fuck you trying to look good for up here? I know you ain't got no huzz up here. Sending all them aliens to Earth trying to create a whole mass extinction of the human species. Like, who the fuck you trying to look good up here for? With that bald ass fucking head. Boy, I'm a fucking Michael Jordan that bitch. You feel me? Goddamn. And then he was saying all this poetic. He trying to sound poetic and shit, saying, just a machine test. If you prick me, do I not bleed? And T'Challa was like, nigga, we about to find out today. Sliced his head clean off. That's what I'm fucking talking about. My nigga T'Challa don't give no shits. And he bringing that head. Pause. And now he was just next to his son, just talking to his son like, damn, I never would have imagined the future to look like this. You feel me? I thought it was going to be all peace and enlightenment after all the shit I've been through. But no, it's only fire and ashes in this motherfucker. And it's like, damn, my God, like, what are we supposed to do in this type of events? The only thing they're hoping for right now is survival. And then we get this little montage of all the aliens dropping on Earth and shit. And shit is crazy, bro. This is worse than nukes dropping, my nigga. No cap. This is worse than nukes. Because a nuke, you just get blown up, obliterated, disintegrated. Well, I guess some people get some radiation poisoning or some shit like that. But I don't know. An alien, you die in a more worse way. You die in a more like a knife. It's like you getting mauled to death by them niggas. You getting fucking fucked up in the worst ways. It's horrible. Like, it's fucking horrible, man. But yeah, they just taking over all of Earth. You see how this nigga mauling that one nigga? You feel me? Like, that shit look crazy. The whole army tried to stop them. They can't do it. They even went to fuck up the Inhumans. They went to fucking fuck up Namor's people and shit underwater. They can swim too with it. They fucking up everybody. All the societies, everything. It don't even matter. The mutants was like, you know what? Fuck all this shit. We going to fucking Mars. Mutants went up to Mars, but there was one mutant that was hard-headed, fucking would just stay on there. You feel me? He said, fuck it. Survival of the fittest. And guess what? Apocalypse, he was not the fittest. Them niggas eventually got to his ass. I mean, it looked like Apocalypse was fucking him up right here, but I already know them niggas eventually got to his ass. But in all the darkness, in all the fucking rain, there stands but only one light, one bright, one light in the darkness, in the cave. And there was this one last human city, the stronghold of the ruins of America. We got my nigga Bruce Banner in the cut with it. And Miss Marvel. They just looking at the horizon. They was talking about how the whole Fantastic Four got they ass smoked and now they are all dead. Talking about how Johnny died, how Ben died, how Reed died. The whole four got smoked and they dead and they gone. So Hawk, Bruce, he made a promise to protect a girl named Valeria. But she out there in them streets and Hawk don't know what the fuck she doing out there. Not in that type of way though that you think of. Like she really out there in them streets, not like you feel she not getting like you. She not getting, you feel me? She the aliens could be fucking her, not niggas. That's what I'm trying to say. But then they got an alert, and as soon as the alert came and it was her, Hawk got to action. He got that action real quick. As soon as he heard what was going, he said, "Fuck it, fuck talking." He about that action. He went straight to the action, no hesitation. Jumped in that motherfucker for that fade, and my nigga Miles Morales swinging through the block, swooped in, saved her ass on the easy with an alien right on her ass. The Hawk was trying to act like her dad, saying, "Young lady, you are late." And she like, "I'm a 45-year-old woman. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You're not my dad." But then they head back to the tower, at Wayland Tower, and they surround a glowing containment tube, an egg under a glass. Valeria, rolling up sleeves, would explain the play. So here to play, my brothers. By the time the soldiers meet the drones, it's already too late. The Hive uses humans to make more. So they cut it off earlier at implantation, after which the line ends. They had tried everything, science, magic, nothing just stuck, you feel me? But she came to the conclusion that she would have to create a virus to kill the eggs. And Miles would ask if she could actually do that. Valeria would say yes. Carol, watched her face, would say of course she could. Bruce would ask, should you? Worried about worse mutations. But Carol's like, there is no worse than this. We are almost extinct as a species. Anything you could do, anything you could try, you gotta fucking do that shit, my nigga. Ain't no fucking worse. Try. And Val was like, now can y'all get the fuck out so I can get to work? So they all got the fuck out, and Tony and Bruce was debating like, man, you think she can actually pull this off? He was like, hey. Tony was like, hey, her father pulled some miracles off, man. He was smart as shit. So hopefully them smart juices go down to her and she could trickle like that into a miracle. You feel me? And then they were trying to decide if they should stay and protect what's left of humanity, or should they just bring as much humanity as they can with them to a whole nother planet or place or whatever the fuck. But then later, Bruce was trying to give Val some good eats, W old man friend, you feel me? Kind of unk for real, since he knew Reeves and shit. But he kept trying to get in the door, but that bitch would not open. Got this lazy ass password called Gamma. Anybody can guess that shit. But that shit keep saying access denied. Then this hologram come up with Val, and she's saying, hey, Unc Bruce, if you seeing this recording, I'm sorry, but you can't come in. I wanted to do this. Defeat them, win, once and for all. I just ran out of time. My plan worked. Well, it was working. I used a light bender based on my mom's powers, and I walked right into the hive with it. I isolated and grabbed an egg and slowly started backing out. And it worked. Bruce, I would have succeeded and gotten away with it. But then, my dumb ass, low brain cell having ass, tripped over something. And then they were all over me. And it was GG's. That's tough. And then she's saying, I remember choking in darkness and then waking up knowing someone was inside of me. I tripped out. Stupid mistake. It killed me. But I swore that before I died, I would find a way to kill every one of them. But I ran out of time. I can feel it now inside me. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Promise me you won't open the door, Bruce. It can't escape the lab. And I don't want you to see. I tried, gang. And that nigga Hawk said, fuck that. I'm opening this bitch. Oh, nigga. So, as you guys see, you feel me? She almost saved the world. But she fell for one of the most gimmicky, the most fucking low brain cell, the most fucking dumbass shit that most people in horror movies do, which is trip over something on the ground. How come these niggas in horror movies don't have no awareness? What the fuck? They be having fucking 5 overall awareness. Like, nigga, huh? Y'all, if y'all running from something, if I'm running from something, I'm fucking staying on my toes. These niggas don't stay on their toes. They don't stay on their toes for real. They tripping over shit. Come on, you supposed to be having awareness. If you running away from a killer, my feet is going to be on my toes running away. I ain't going to trip over nothing. If I stumble, I'm going to get right the fuck back up. It's going to be like a quick bump. You feel me? It ain't even going to be a real stumble. I'm not stumbling in no fight or flight situation. Fuck you talking about? But yeah, let's get back to the story. That's just something I had to air out right quick. But then the alien came out. So they started throwing that fade right quick. That nigga was fucking spitting on nigga Hawk's face. But Hawk the strongest they is. So he fucking crumbled that motherfucker. Aliens got the acid blood, so that shit got all over him. That shit fucked him up a little bit, but he wiped that shit off on the easy, though. One alien ain't enough to take the Hawk. Then Miles put up, Tony and Carol and all them, they pulled up. They was like, oh shit, what the fuck went on? She ran out of time And then they found out that another face hugger is on the loose, so they gotta all keep their heads up, because that motherfucker could pop out anywhere on them. And guess who it popped out on? It popped out on my nigga Miles. Goddamn, you trying to kill the black person off? All right, goddamn. Well, I mean, at least he wasn't the first nigga to get killed off, but he was hugging on Miles' face and shit. I thought, when I was reading this, I thought it was GG's for my nigga Miles. I'm like, damn, y'all gonna kill a young, fresh nigga off like that? Well, he kind of old. Well, he older in this, but he ain't as old as all the rest of the Avengers. They above Unc status. They on Gramp status. Gramp and Grandma status. But he just a grown man. Miles a grown man in this motherfucker. But face hugging on that nigga Miles, that's tough. Even with the mask on, that shit getting to him. I thought it was GG's. I seen the blood pouring out. I'm like, oh my God. They done killed my nigga Miles. Damn. But guess what? It ain't over. It ain't over. They was talking about killing this nigga, bro. Bruce was saying he seen it a million times. Ain't no getting that face hugger off. And if you see the movies, that bitch is a pain to get off. But yeah, I would have at least tried out of emotions, you feel me? And then both Bruce and Tony was about to burn that nigga face off. But just in time, you know, it ain't over. That nigga Venom popped out the cut with it, came in clutch, got that bitch off. You know what I mean? The symbiote trumps the face hugger. Nigga talking about we don't like this body, but it'll do for now. So Venom came in clutch, saved my nigga Miles with it. But yeah, just like that, my nigga Miles Morales escapes the clutches of death because of the symbiote. Shout out to the symbiote here. And then that bitch got back on Spider-Man. That bitch got back on Miles and made this cool little symbol with the little fucking, got this alien tail sticking out and shit. And then he aura farming for the comic, looking all cool and shit. And then they talking about, hey, we gotta get the fuck off this planet. This shit ain't it. Earth ghetto as hell with all these aliens. And then we go to a whole nother universe. We go to, if you've seen Prometheus, then it talks about this. We get the engineers, the androids. We got the androids pulling up on the engineers saying, oh, these are the niggas who made our creators. Then the androids are talking about, oh, these engineers don't look like they on shit for real. Like, I thought, like, meeting our creators would have some type of significance. But these niggas look like ants down there. So let's fuck them up. Because, yeah, fuck them niggas. And there was, like, a similar shit to this in the Prometheus movie, I think. Shit started spraying all that shit down on them. All them niggas dead. Call them ants. 100 years later, they talking about how happy they wiped all of life from the universe. And then they started discovering the multiverse with it. Saying there's so many universes and shit. You already know they up to some galaxy-level school shooter badge type shit. Now we going back to this universe, but we heading back 20 years ago with the Wayland corporate box, who want him to sign a deal. In this deal, he gets to keep his company, but gain their resources. They celebrate thinking that he already came up with the decision to make the deal and shit. They popping champagne, all that shit. But Stark refuses to drink and starts questioning them. He admits he suspected a trap and compares Wayland methods to being alien. He said this shit. He explains playing possum, revealing he's been faking weaknesses. The Wayland corporate box attack, ranting about humanity's inevitable extinction under pressure. Stark tricks him into revealing the timeline. Extinction seeds arrive in 16 years. Humanity might last 20. Stark thanks him and then activates his Ironman tech on the smooth with it. And then flips the whole situation. Busted that nigga head off. Now that nigga head, little tube shit. Then Tony revealed to the team, like, hey gang, we leaving Earth. Everybody like, and Tony like, nigga, we lost. GG's, we need to fucking go, bro. Like, it's up on this shitty ass planet. We just need to leave. And he's like, yo, this building we in right now, this bitch a rocket ship. This bitch can blast off. And Bruce is like, so when we leave and we start this new society, how the fuck can we like populate it? Cause how's that gonna work? Cause are niggas folks gonna be on their Alabama shit? Like how the fuck that gonna work? Tony's like, we have experts, they'll figure it out. Nigga, huh? But yeah, they sent out a whole bunch of war machines to fuck up the whole block, make sure no aliens get attached to the city they about to rock it off with. And one little section they get blown up. They like, Tony's like, The only reason why one wouldn't fire was that boy Captain Merc, Captain Gramps out that bitch, leading a whole army, a whole revolution of people to get to the rocket. He fighting for the average common person till death, man. Shout out to my nigga Captain America. Tony like, damn it, Steve, you're late. Tony like, gotta go. I'm about to lift this rocket off soon. Bruce like, nah, you gotta wait a little longer. Tony like, nigga, there's a whole hole in the wall. Aliens could come upside this bitch, fuck us all up. But yeah, Cap was out there risking his life for all them people, fucking all the aliens up. His fucking shield still disobeying the laws of gravity. The shield go bang bang from each alien. Somehow no acid got attached to the shield. When he grab it back, it don't hurt his hand somehow. Like the acid don't get stuck on the shield. And when he touch it, it's all good. But yeah, Bruce was like, man, I ain't gonna let my nigga just die out there, bro. And Tony like, whoa, get your ass back in here. What the fuck you going? Like, I can't let my nigga Cap die out here alone and just watch. Fuck no. So he was about that action. He got out there, got to helping Captain America. Captain Gramps and old nigga Hawk was out there bopping it out. But Tony was like, fuck it, launch it. They taking way too long. So yeah, they blasted off and Captain Hawk was just still going at it. But yeah, they was just in that spaceship, silent as fuck. My nigga Tony was in his head like, damn, my nigga Bruce gone. Then elsewhere, we see the engineers pulling up. They speaking in their fucking language and shit. I don't know what the fuck they saying. But yeah, after the androids killed all the engineers, few other engineers were like, fuck these niggas up there. Think we on. Got them suits on. Boom. Started throwing them hands right quick. Pop, pop, boom. Fuck y'all niggas talk about. They got their get back, you feel me, for their whole society, their whole civilization. They was like, man, these niggas ain't on shit for real, bro. Let's go back, get our get back from where these niggas came from. So they got back in the ship, speaking their old language. So now we back with the Avengers. They on Mars with it. They trying to contact where the mutants be staying at and shit. But they ain't paying back. Also, they shipped a little fucked up, so they need to get some repairs on it while they down. So just before they leave, Spider-Sense was detected, but Miles had a bad feeling about this whole situation. Then Tony was like, hey, I'm about to slide too. And Miles was like, but you're an old nigga in a wheelchair. Just stay your ass here, you feel me? Play some bingo on your iPhone or some shit. On some iPhone fucking 45 or whatever the fuck iPhone coming out at this age, in this time period. But nah, Tony was like, you must not know who I am. His whole wheelchair turned into a fucking Iron Man suit. Nigga aura forming at the age of 85 with the Iron Man suit. So they finally step foot on Mars, and then we cut to this nigga Mr. Sinister. And we already know once you see Mr. Sinister, some bullshit is about to happen. Plus, he got his clone goon minions with him. So Sinister was giving off this speech, just straight glazing the fuck out the fucking aliens and facehuggers and all that shit. And then, out of nowhere, one of his clone goon minions came through. Brody was like, hey, some nigga just put up to the planet. A big-ass spaceship. Nigga like, we got visitors. Then Iron Man and the whole team was shook as shit when they seen Mr. Sinister sitting in a throne and shit. They're like, what the fuck have you done? Mr. Sinister basically was talking about, oh, everybody thought mutants was the next big thing. Pop and mutants was the GOAT. They thought they was the best thing since sliced bread. But now, look, how wrong were they? And how unforgiving a lesson that was. And while they was talking, this shit was a whole distraction. Because while they was talking, the Sinister goons put up to the little rocket spaceship building shit. They just started straight blasting face huggers at niggas. I'm like, oh my God! All them regular, innocent civilians that thought, oh, we chilling, we going to a new planet, bruh. I'm thankful to be alive, you know. I'm thankful to, you know, that the aliens ain't chew my ass up, ain't turn me into one of them, you know. They arrived to this new planet hoping for, you know, a peaceful society with the mutants, but no. Only to open the door and fucking face huggers straight fucking going down your fucking throat and shit, infesting on you and shit. That's tough. Niggas shooting face huggers at niggas. That's diabolical. Then Iron Man was getting an alert that something was going on. He looked at what was going on the ship, and he already knew Mr. Sinister was on that BS. Shit, I knew that from the jump. But yeah, and he was like, how could you do this? And Mr. Sinister was like, nigga, I just do what I always do. You already know what badge I got, nigga. Then a whole bunch of aliens pop out the cut. They get surrounded in that motherfucker. Then Iron Man was straight blasting their ass. Captain Marvel was straight blasting their ass. Spider-Man was straight webbing up their ass. Then the aliens spun Iron Man around and put him in a full Nelson. Then Miles was trying to save Iron Man. Miles said for Captain Marvel to fucking go to the ship, try saving those people. But she said, fuck those people. We gotta stick together and save our own asses. Because they'll get picked apart if they separate. Then a whole bunch of acid just fucking pouring on fucking Captain Marvel's face. She losing the face card. She on the ground. It's looking like it's GG's for her. Then out of nowhere, a whole bunch of mutants pull up. We got my nigga Wolverine. Shout out to my nigga Wolverine. Top 5 superhero right there. Then Captain Marvel fucking wakes up all beat the fuck up. Finds out almost everybody's dead except for this little group hiding out on Mars. They explain that Spider-Man and Tony probably dead too. Sinister is still alive and he has this egg inside of him. And he must have messed with his DNA or some shit to prolong the process of the shit hatching. That's why the other aliens ain't really fucking with him. But Captain Marvel want to go back for a gang. And Logan like, hell no. Death is out there. You don't want to fuck around and find out. But they eventually pull up again for round 2. So my nigga Logan was sniffing that bitch out. Then we see my nigga Iron Man laid up all dead and shit on the side of the wall. God damn. They done killed my nigga Iron Man. Tony. R.I.P. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. Tony, man. God damn. They done killed my nigga off, bro. Laid up on the side with it. God damn. Slumped the fuck out. Then we look up in the sky. And then we see the Wakandan ships. The Wakandans are back, ready for that action. Then meanwhile, at Mr. Sinister's little crib, little base, you know, he was giving this speech. In the middle of this speech, boom, that egg finally fucking burst open. Fucking red Xenomorph burst out that bitch. And each hour, he just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. All the other Mr. Sinister goon clone twins thought they was gang, but they wasn't really gang. He straight murked one of them niggas. And the other goons was like, you wouldn't dare paint us with the same brush, right? Man, that nigga double-dipped, and double-dipped, and double-dipped, and double-dipped again. Murked all them niggas. With a big-ass grin on his face, too. That's tough. Then we see what the Wakandans was doing during all this chaos. They built a whole intergalactic society, bro. Like, that's tough, man. You know, they had their brown brothers and sisters, black kings and queens, living in space, living right. One thing I always wondered is, why does the world gatekeep space from society? How come we can't freely go up into space? Nigga, if I want to go to the moon, I should be able to go to the moon. Goddamn. But no, they trying to gatekeep space from us. That's why a lot of people think the moon landing is fake. But that's a whole nother iceberg. Let me lock in. But yeah, they had this whole intergalactic society in space. Black brothers, black queens, black kings, all that. And, you know, that motherfucker came bursting out. Whole fucking unwinnable war happened. Fucking engineers popped up too. T'Challa, he fucked up an engineer. You know, you don't fuck with T'Challa. You already know he's certified. He basically Black Batman with all the aura. But yeah, shit ain't end up well. T'Challa paid his respects. The Iron Man closed his eyes right quick. And then, all of a sudden, Xenomorph fucking Sinister pulled up with all his Xenomorph goons ready to get this scrapping. Then Wolverine noticed that was Sinister too. He's like, I might be an old ass nigga, but my eyes still work like a motherfucker. I know who that is over there with that lame ass symbol. So T'Challa sent his people to shoot them niggas down. And Manifold opened a little portal so Wolverine could get the drops on Sinister Xenomorph. But as soon as he was about to get the drops on this nigga, that nigga fucking disappeared quick as shit. Wolverine was shook as shit. He was like, what the fuck? Then he seen bruh on top of the building with his back to the action. Then Wolverine was like, fuck nigga, if you don't stop running from this fade, fucked up all them other Xenomorphs, climbed up the building, tried to run that fade again, boom, nigga disappeared again. Like, ding. Then he got this cheap ass kill, teleported inside Shiny little bubble armor, fucking boom, right behind her ass, killed her ass. Like that. Straight fucked her shit up. Wolverine was on the side, fucking acid all in his eye, looking at what was going on, like, damn. After that, Black Panther was like, nah, twin, it's time to go now. Because what the fuck is we doing here? And Captain Marvel was like, nah, it's all about family. It's all about hearts. I'm going to lay my life on the line. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to fuck these niggas up. So she turned into a bomb. She, not going to lie, she fucked most of those aliens up. But guess who was still standing? Xenomorph Sinister was still standing through all the smoke and the fire. When T'Challa seen that shit, he's like, man, fuck this shit. Retreat, retreat, retreat. It's time to slide back, bro. It's time to slide back to the crib. Fuck is we still doing here, gang? Then right behind him, it looked like the alien was about to get the sneaks on, bro. But then we hit this little flashback jump. So we back to what happened with Iron Man and Spider-Man. And Iron Man already knew Manifold got Captain Marvel out the way with it. So Iron Man was like, all right, we got to go, bro. So he was about to purge the area with a little widespread repulsor blast. But just as soon as he was about to hit that bitch on him, that nigga got stabbed in the shit. That nigga Spider-Man spider senses was tingling and shit too. Then that whole shit still went off, bro. So Spider-Man, he went back down to Tony. And Tony was like, it's GG for me, twin. Hey, Venom, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Hold me down. Hold me down. Because I'm dead. So, you know, the symbiote latched on to Tony, and then boom. Now we in the present, and they late to the party. So just as soon as Xenomorph Sinister was about to pounce his ass on T'Challa, more Venom, boom, intercepted that nigga. And then they got the wrecking. So, Xenomorph Sinister thought he ripped this nigga shit open and thought he just easily defeated this nigga on the easy, ready to keep wreaking rampage on niggas. He was like, oh yeah, let me oil farming this a little bit. And then Venom came through with a motherfucker, engulfed this shit, then bursted through his shit and gave a little peak war off. And Xenomorph Sinister is now no more. He is now a pack. I'm telling you, this nigga, the Venom in here, he fucking up all these niggas, bruh. It's too easy for him. Good thing Xenomorph Sinister didn't have any powers where he can shout very loud, because it would be GG's if he had that type of power. Because I seen he was teleporting. But 1 month passed, now they in a spaceship just posted up. This nigga Xenomorph Venom posted up like there with his Johnson out, like he really that nigga. I mean, he is that nigga. The way he took out Xenomorph Sinister. And then Black Panther was giving off a speech about how God's abandoned them, ashamed of what they created, and humanity's own creation had that same hateful energy. And now them niggas are in a destroyed universe near a black hole. Then Tony was like, hey, I got to give the last speech on some Optimus Prime shit. So this is a little recorded speech about how he knew he was dying, but he takes pride that he never gave into death before. He spent his life building and fighting, and he wants the others to keep resisting hopelessness and keep a positive mindset and an optimistic mindset. His last wish is for them to avenge their fallen people, avenge the lost worlds, and most of all, avenge him. Get that get back. But yeah, man, this comic was generational for real, man. This whole run, bro, this whole series, bro, this shit was like that. Avengers versus aliens, man. Like, imagine if they was to make a movie about this. That would be an ultimate crossover, man. Next to Marvel and DC, bro. Like, one of these days, before I die, or before my generation die, they definitely gonna make a Marvel versus DC movie. And that shit is gonna go crazy. That shit gonna go crazy, bro. Like, everybody gonna pop out of that. No cap. Like, Superman versus Hulk, that shit gonna go crazy. Batman versus Captain America. Spider-Man versus Batman too. Like, Spider-Man being Batman's ass. I don't give a fuck, bro. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, this comic was fucking like that, man. And the merging of these two, bro, the aliens and the Avengers, bro. And It just seems like them niggas just kept taking L after L after L after L, bro. Even when they get a win, it feels like it's too late, bro. But yeah, man, generational comic right here, man. I hope you like this video. I know it's been a minute, but hey, we gonna try to be consistent from now on. I'm manifesting greatness, so let's log in.